Christopher Nolan is directing his next movie with Universal Pictures. According to numerous outlets, Nolan's upcoming movie, which is about J. Robert Oppenheimer, i.e. the father of the atomic bomb, will be funded and distributed by Universal and was greenlit to begin filming in the first quarter of 2022 with a budget of $100 million. This new partnership is notable, mostly because Nolan once had an ironclad working relationship with rival studio Warner Brothers. In fact, the famous director and the movie studio had worked together since 2001 on films like the Dark Knight trilogy, Inception, Dunkirk, and most recently Tenet. But now, in the first time in 20 years, Nolan is collaborating with a different studio, opting for a change of scenery rather than standing by his more well-established business relationship. A relationship that has become very tumultuous. In fact, Nolan has felt miffed by Warner Brothers as a studio as of late. After all, his previous film Tenet had a flawed rollout amid the pandemic during the summer of 2020, and he was also enraged late last year when Warner Brothers announced that their entire 2021 film slate would premiere day and date in both theaters and HBO Max, which Nolan referred to as the worst streaming service. And with this messy breakup between the auteur filmmaker and well-established movie studio, many other studios vied for Nolan's attention. Just last week, the director sent out scripts for his aforementioned J. Robert Oppenheimer picture and met with many studios to discuss his terms for the new movie. And according to a report by The Hollywood Reporter, some of the key studios in the running were Universal, Sony, and Apple, with Universal ultimately winning out in the end, mostly because it has a great filmmaker-friendly track record. Additionally, Nolan had a long list of demands. Per The Hollywood Reporter, after a trek to the director's Hollywood Hills compound, Universal, Sony, and Apple learned that Nolan wanted total creative control, at least a 100-day theatrical window, around a $100 million budget, equal marketing spend, 20% of first dollar gross, and a blackout period where the studio would not release another movie for 3 weeks before and after the feature. End quote. It is admittedly unclear as to how many of these demands that Universal agreed to, or if Nolan will ever work with Warner Brothers again. But what is clear is that Universal and Nolan agreed to collaborate, and for now, that is good enough for them.